about that, y'all, but guess what, man? Man, that's your money anyway. That's your money. Remember we talked about this last year. They didn't make the adjustment. And so now this year, you're going to get that money. And so all they did was invest that money for you last year. They invested that money, got a return. They're going to give it to you this year. And they're going to make it sound like, yeah, we giving people money, but don't be fooled by that. Also, I want you to understand something. I want you to understand something here. Watch this. They also know because the way they positioning it and you're going to look at it as it's free money, you're going to blow it like it's free money. You're going to blow it like it's free money. And so you're going to become liquidity that fuels the market. You're going to be liquidity that fuels the market. All right, let's go a little further.
Next Monday, January 26th, tax season officially begins in America. And for many people, it's a dreaded time. It's a moment that they don't celebrate. But this year, there's going to be lots of happy surprises. Thanks to our Working Families Tax Cut, tens of millions of American families are going to see bigger paychecks. They're going to see bigger tax refunds. And let me give you a couple of numbers real quick. $4,000. That's the value of the average tax refund for Americans this year. $100 billion. That's the estimated total of 2025 tax refunds for families. $10,000. The average increase in annual take-home pay for working families. Think of it, $10,000 is the average across the country. 15%. The average tax cut for families earning between $15,000 and $80,000 annually.
Well, no, somebody say, man, they're not going to give us that. Now they're going to give it to you because they owe it to you. It's not stimulus money. It's money that they owe you. So they're actually going to give you that. So here's the go. Like, I want y'all to see something too. Here's some income levels that this showed us, right? And this just came out. What your income level actually means. So lower income, $1,500 a month, very expensive, feels urgent, feels impossible, stagnant, and fragile. Money here is about getting through the month. Watch this. Stably paid, right? So $3,000 to $5,000, $4,500 a month, needs are covered, progress feels slow, saving feels difficult, you're surviving, not building, right? Let's go a little further, right? $45,000 to $6,000 a month, routine expenses are manageable, lifestyle inflation creeps in, raises don't feel like changing, money stress shifts but doesn't disappear. $6,000 to $9,000, you feel more comfortable, more decisions, more responsible. Money becomes about balance, not survival. Let's go a little further, right? Upper middle class, and this is how they have it labeled. This is not even me. This is how it's labeled when you think about when they're looking at the pockets of the world. Right, so $9,000 to $12,000, you become upper middle class, optional increases, time becomes valuable, financial mistakes feel expensive, income improves, complexity increases. Watch this, $12,000 to $25,000 a month, lifestyle is no longer constraint, focus shifts to structure and efficiency, taxes and decisions matter more, money becomes strategic. And let's go a little further, right? $25,000 to $80,000 a month, income is no longer the focus, preservation replaces accumulation, control matters more than growth. This is where our perspective changes. Then $1 million to $2 million per year, capital works harder than labor, decisions makes more effort, risk becomes asymmetric, and money is an operating system. So I want you to just understand that then there's another level that gets to more than $2 million a year. That's the level where they think that, hey, this is that ultra wealthy thing, right? But I want you to understand this. Watch this. I still want you to understand this. Even though that's how they have it bracketed, I want you to know something. Go back to that screen for a second. Watch this. I know some people that's doing between 25 and $1 million, and they're no better off than people that's doing $3,000 a month. And the reason why I say that is because when you don't have financial discipline, $1 million a year can feel like $1,500 a month. Watch this. When you have a whole bunch of subscriptions that you don't use, I just told myself this, I'm like, bro, we got to stop going to DoorDash so much. I'm being a trap buyer. I did it for the snow stuff. I was like, man, I don't got this. I don't got this. I was like, I spent $500. Like, how did I spend $500? I said, man, it's not even me. For the snow stuff, I was like, man, I don't want to go outside. I need this DoorDash. But I ordered like 10 DoorDash in 2 days. I'm like, wait, why did I spend $500, bro? Right? So watch this. You got to know how to control the money watch this. You'll never run out of things to buy if you don't discipline yourself. You'll never run out of things to buy because America is great at making us consumers, trap buyers. So one of the things you got to do is watch this. The goal is, watch this. I'm going to say this, we'll move on. The goal could be to make $1 million a year. But the real goal should be, how do I find discipline where I am now? Because if I don't have discipline now, I'm going to blow $1 million a year. And then you need $1 million a year to survive. And I promise you, it's easier to be able to maintain what you have now than to keep maintaining $1 million a year. Because the goal can't always be, I need to make more money, I need to make more money, I need to make more money. Then you're going to overwhelm yourself. And then you're going to put yourself in that situation where you're willing to risk your life. You're willing to end your life. You're willing to take drastic measures because you feel like you're behind. When really, if you can say, all right, like, I was making it off this, like I don't even need that. All that's extra. Like if I ain't got a business that I'm putting money into, bro, I wear the same stuff. They can tell you every single day. I got like 7 jogging. I wear them every day. I got a closet full of clothes. I wear the same 6 or 7 shoes. I just put them on repeat. What happens is we really start getting really good. You know what we get really good at? Buying stuff that we don't need. I was talking to one of my mentors and he was telling me, we were having a conversation and he was like, Trap, I've seen so many people do good for like 5, 6, 7 years. And then once they start making a certain amount of money, they leave the mentorship. I was like, why? He's like, they can't afford it anymore. I'm like, why? They can't afford it? He said, because what happens is what people start doing is as they start making more money, they start buying more stuff. And what happens is, watch this, it's just like, that's why I say the stock market is learning how to trade is such great personal development, is because, watch this, when you see in green, you think it'll never go red. And you always think it's gonna go high, and you're scared to take profit because, watch this, you get intoxicated at looking at the returns on the paper. You get intoxicated looking at, it's 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, $1,000, $20,000. I'm up $40,000. And then you never think about, damn, that one headline wiped all that out. Damn. And now watch this. And everybody knows this for a fact. The market goes down way faster than it goes back up. That should have lose 20% in 2 days. And that should have taken 7 months to get it all back.
Here's the thing with SoFi. With SoFi, guys, we have to be on the lookout because they're in the fintech space, the financial technology space. Your next tier of stocks that I want you guys to be in, and these are ones that are under $30, these next two, okay? Lyft being one, don't sleep on it. But SoFi being another. Now, SoFi got the potential to surpass your full-time job because SoFi got so much upside. But here's the thing with SoFi. With SoFi, guys, we have to be on the lookout because they're in the fintech space, the financial technology space. They can sometimes get lumped in with banks. And if a recession hit, if interest rates go down, if anything happened to the banks, they can just get caught in the crosshair. They could be a casualty of war because of the sector they're in, okay? And so I want you guys to know that so that you understand, okay, Coach told me SoFi gonna cook. Matter of fact, we got a $30 and a $40 price target on SoFi. SoFi will cook, but at the same time, one caveat, one cautionary tale is to understand that it can get caught up in any of the financial sector issues. So if something comes for the banks, if something comes from Citigroup, if something comes for JP Morgan, if something comes for Bank of America, it could sideswipe SoFi and stop its real momentum. Keep that in mind for me. The next 2 or 3 plays I got for you guys is Amazon, Google, and AMD. Okay, I'm gonna start with Amazon first. Please don't sleep on Amazon. If you need another quality blue chip company that's gonna do wonders for your portfolio, change your life ultimately if you hold it for the long term, it is Amazon. Ticker symbol AMZN. Please consider this one as part of your portfolio as well, okay? Because when you have stocks that are going to just be behemoths in how you do everyday life, you need to be thinking to yourself, I need to own that. I need to own shares of this, portions of this, or as much of this as I can. Amazon is one of those ones, okay? Google would be the next one. Google has always been my dark horse. Google has served me extremely, extremely well. And guess what? It's going to be one of the better plays of 2026. Slow and steady, consistent, dominating, slowly taking over the game, slowly but surely. Okay, these are the things that I see for Google, and this is why I want you to be a part of that. Okay, and so if you can have Amazon and Google as part of a mix of your blue chip companies, do me that favor, okay? And then AMD. AMD is not slowing down no time soon. You're going to have a two-headed monster in NVIDIA and AMD, both of them cooking and doing their thing. Do not sleep on these quality companies, guys, okay? Listen to this, man. I remember when AMD used to be $4. AMD used to be a penny stock, and it was my number one penny stock. It was my number one stock under $5 back in the day, okay? And it's not long time ago, like 50 years. I ain't even that old. But my point is, sometimes, like, we found SoFi when it was $7 or $4. We found Palantir at $8. We got AMD when it was $4, okay? When you can spot not only good companies, but good leadership, guys, and you get in on the front end, it can change your life, okay? And so please understand these things, okay? So really quick, somebody asked, what's the four stocks? The four stocks that I want that can change your life is Meta, okay? Tesla, okay? Bitcoin, and NVIDIA. Those are the four that got the most upside for you. And I just gave the price target. Meta to 1,000. Everybody write this down. Meta to 1,000. Tesla to 500. Bitcoin to 150K, and then 200,000. And then NVIDIA to 200, and then to 230. Everybody write these numbers down so that you know, so that you have a game plan. I don't want you guys out here winging it. I don't want you guys out here unsure about what the destination is. If you rock with me, we have a start and an ending. We have a beginning and an end. We have a rhyme and reason for what we're doing, while we're doing it. And so the plays that I give, the lessons that I teach, it's all to be a culmination of each other, okay? We ain't just buying stocks for the sake of buying them. I'm trying to hit a target, and then we make our next move from there. Let me know if that's understood, okay? Guys, do me a favor and get the likes up, okay? Somebody said, what about Palantir? Right now, Palantir is not on the list. Palantir is in what's called consolidation. So Palantir ran up, guys, from $8 to damn near $200. It has to cool off. It gotta cool off for a minute. Don't mean it ain't good company. It just has to cool off. It gotta fight through the charts. It gotta clear some hurdles before it can run again, okay? I'm going to update you guys on MU. I'm going to update you guys on UNH. I see you guys ask about that, okay? Don't leave out SoFi. I'm going to throw Hood in there too. So good suggestions for those three, okay? Now listen to this, guys. Do me a favor. We are still in the first month of the year. You need to make sure that you not only get you a Roth IRA, so you have to go establish one. Go to a brokerage account and establish your Roth IRA. Then coach needs you guys to make sure that you contribute to your Roth IRA in an effort to ultimately max it out by the end of the year or at any point throughout the year, okay? That is one of your goal number ones if you're on a 100K challenge, okay? Then coach needs you to make sure that you have some type of emergency fund, some type of rainy day fund, so that you know you can handle an emergency, whether it's $300 or $400, whether it's $1,000. You need to have that in place, okay? These are what we call getting your affairs in order. This is how you button up your business, okay? Then, guys, on top of that, we need to make sure that we are dollar cost averaging into our assets that we know we're holding for the long term. We need to practice good investing behaviors off rip, okay, right out the gate. I don't need you guys to fold under pressure. I don't need you guys to get weary and well doing. I need you to have a system like, you know what, coach, no matter what, I buy Nvidia every week. No matter what, I buy VTI every week. This is my investment strategy, okay? We have to have a purpose for why we do what we do. Because listen to this. If you don't give your army of dollar bills a purpose, next thing you know, you'll wonder where your money went. Like, dang, coach, I got paid this week, but I'm broke already. Dang, coach, I just got paid, but I don't know where my money went. Nope, we don't do that. What we do is we give our money a purpose. We say, you know what? I got paid. I knocked down this, and this. Boom. Now I'm going to put this, I'm going to allocate this on autopilot to my assets. I'm going to make sure I'm buying ETFs and mutual funds and index funds like clockwork automatically every time I get paid.